tell me of a king in his beauty there. They tell me that mine eyes shall behold. And he sits on a throne that is of stone, in a city that is made of gold.
His Excellency the Governor Charlie Baker.
About 750 days ago, Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito and I stood right here and we pledged to work with you and others to move this Commonwealth forward, and we have done just that. We built a bipartisan team, worked in partnership with the legislature, and looked for common ground. We worked to fix state government, passed groundbreaking legislation, and focused on growing our economy, and it's working. Our economy is among the strongest in the nation. Over the past 2 years, we've added 120,000 jobs. Today, more people are working than at any time in the past 20 years, and our welfare caseload has dropped by 25%. The companies of the future are moving to Massachusetts, bringing millions in private investment, while new companies are born here every day. In fact, for the second year in a row, Bloomberg named Massachusetts the #1 state for innovation in the whole country. GE's decision to locate its world headquarters in Boston and its North American Life Sciences headquarters in Marlborough was based in its belief in the talent and the vision of our people. And believe me, any discussion about GE's relocation would not be complete without noting the extraordinary work and collaboration of Boston Mayor Marty Walsh and his team. Thank you. And thanks to the hard work of state and local officials, teachers, and parents, our students are #1 in the nation in both math and reading for the 6th straight year. Now, our shared commitment to funding local schools has led to an all-time high in Chapter 70 education funding, representing an increase of $227 million over the past 2 years. And we've also made attending a public college more affordable. Through the Commonwealth commitment, we've created a pathway for students to secure a bachelor's degree from UMass or one of our state universities for half the price. Brockton's own Jacqueline Bell is here tonight, and she's a great example of who this program is helping. Jacqueline is 26 years old. She has a 2-year-old daughter, and she's currently a straight-A student at Massasoit Community College. And she said the Commonwealth commitment changed her family's life. We worked with all of you to craft legislation for Uber, Lyft, and other transportation networking companies. This legislation respects the important role of the sharing economy while benefiting hundreds of thousands of passengers as well as drivers here in the Commonwealth. For example, people with disabilities often have trouble finding reliable transportation, especially for unexpected trips, making it difficult to complete their education or work full-time. It's a huge problem. The Tees Ride took advantage of our new law to set up a pilot with Uber and Lyft to serve about 400 people with disabilities. And so far, that pilot has delivered more than 7,000 rides. Manish Agarwal is blind and uses the ride. He's here with us tonight. He and his wife live in Arlington with their young daughter. Now, recently, Manish had to take his daughter to the doctor unexpectedly. He used the pilot program and called Uber instead of waiting for the ride. It was easy, prompt, and it cut his travel time in half. Thanks to the pilot program, he was able to focus on the needs of his daughter instead of worrying about transportation. Manish, I want to thank you for being here with us tonight and for sharing your story. Now, we all know, especially here in this room, the opioid epidemic is ravaging individuals and families across this country. And while this is going to be a prolonged battle, our efforts are making a difference. We know that 4 out of 5 heroin users first become addicted through prescription drugs, and we're seeing results from our efforts to close this front door to addiction. For the first time, medical, dental, and nursing schools are requiring students to master opioid therapy and pain management, and continuing education on these issues is now part of our state licensing programs. And after years and years of increases, the number of opioids prescribed in Massachusetts is now down by 15%. Prescribers have made more than 2 million searches of the new prescription monitoring program, and this makes it harder for people to doctor shop for pain pills or for pill mills to operate here in Massachusetts. Spending on addiction services has been increased by 50%. Hundreds of additional treatment beds and voluntary programs have come online. Family and peer support groups have doubled and been funded across the Commonwealth, and thousands of Narcan kits have been distributed to first responders and family members. And our work on this has not gone unnoticed. An unprecedented 46 governors have signed on to a compact to fight opioid addiction that's based on our efforts here in the Commonwealth. With a shared sense of purpose, we've made real progress in job creation, fiscal discipline, education, child welfare, public health, transportation, public safety, environmental and energy policy, and community building during the past 2 years. And because of all that, I stand here tonight and say the state of our Commonwealth is strong. Now, we all know the world is becoming more and more dependent on technology. Smart buildings, smarter machines, robotics, autonomous vehicles, digital health, precision manufacturing, and big data, to name just a few. These are the platforms of the next generation of great companies and new jobs. And cybersecurity that moves as fast as the hackers, the thieves, and the troublemakers is what makes all this possible. Success in protecting databases and smart machines will ensure that people benefit from the best ideas in science, engineering, and technology for decades to come. We're already one of the 3 most important players in cyber in the world. Businesses in Massachusetts protect proprietary information and secure smart machines and smart buildings from attack. But this industry is just taking off. Hundreds of billions of dollars will be spent over the next decade to protect information and assets. Massachusetts organizations should play a major role in driving these decisions. And over the next 10 months, we'll bring together the best minds locally and globally to develop a blueprint for success here in Massachusetts, and then we will follow through and execute on it. Finally, too many of our returning heroes struggle to find good jobs. Jesse Brown and Matt Mastroianni, the founders of Hydrea Communications of Plymouth and Bellingham, are with us tonight. Hydrea constructs, maintains, and repairs cell towers, a booming business in today's wireless world. After serving our country as United States Marines, they both joined a large firm in the cell tower space. But in 2007, they left the comfort of a big company to go out on their own. The beginning was rocky, but today they employ 70 people, almost half of whom are veterans like them, and their future is bright. Like many small businesses, they want to hire and employ our veterans, and we should make it easier for them to get it done. So we'll be proposing a $4,000 tax credit for businesses that hire and retain an unemployed veteran, and we all wish Jesse and Matt continued success, and we want to thank them and all veterans for their service to our country. I want to thank you, the legislature, for your goodwill. That may seem like a small thing, but it's not. Too much of what passes for political dialogue these days isn't dialogue at all. It's talking points, character assassination, and deliberate misrepresentation. Wedge issues may be great for making headlines, but they do not move this Commonwealth forward. Success is measured by what we accomplish together. Our obligation to the people we serve is too important to place politics and partisanship before progress and results. And the changes in Washington don't change this powerful obligation. Our job remains the same. That is, to represent Massachusetts to Washington and not Washington to Massachusetts. We can and we do disagree, but we listen, we learn, and we make the best decisions we can. On energy, public records, pay equity, addiction, economic development, and a host of other issues, You've compromised with one another and with us. Now, like other states, we have enormous challenges here in the Commonwealth, issues that are destined to create difficult discussions and opportunities for conflict. And we live in a time where what you oppose seems much more interesting than what you support, where compromising is often viewed as an act of weakness, when in fact it is a sign of strength. Now, our founders worried a lot about the tyranny of the majority. They designed our form of government to provide a loud voice for minority points of view. They hated the idea of unilateral power and wanted to force advocates and policymakers through structure and process to compromise. I'm with them. As my mom used to say, you have two ears and one mouth for a reason. It's one thing to stand in a corner and shout insults at your opponents. It's quite another to climb into the arena and fight for common ground. I believe it's this conversation that makes us strong. Our economy is strong because we listen and we learn from the workers and employers who make it go. Our communities are strong because local leaders and active citizens listen and learn from the people they serve. And our Commonwealth is strong because we listen and we learn from one another, knowing that our goodwill can make our disagreements a catalyst for better ideas and real results. Now, our team looks forward to working with you in the challenges and opportunities of the next 2 years. We will advocate, we will engage, we will learn from you and others, and we will be better for it. God bless the Commonwealth, and God bless the United States.